What's up, guys? We are back. It is the Showdown Hoedown for round 3 of the BMW Championship. I know a lot of people are starting to bail on golf because, it's the off season. Well, first of all, no, it's not. So chill the F out, Bob. Second of all, it's still showdown season, brother. It's always showdown season. I don't give an F if football's here or football's almost here or whatever. There's still a huge edge at showdown. There's not many edges in DFS. So if you're not doing this, shame on you, brother. Hey, what's up, new guy? I'm the Degenerate 75. I'm a high-limit DFS player. I focus exclusively on golf and football. And I am here to help you not be so bad at this stuff. So, if you like the cut of my jib and you like what this channel's about, why don't you do me a favor, big guy? Go drop me a like and a sub. I'd really appreciate that because you can't help but notice there's no ads on these videos because we're not poors around here. So help a dude out and like and subscribe. Hang around because, there's a lot more content coming. I'm even going to do some that are relevant for longer than 6 hours like this piece of shit video. Also, go over to Twitter. Give me a follow, Degenerate75, and like and retweet when I put this show out, and you'll get on this big-ass wheel up here. Where's it at? Is it this way? No, it's this way. It's that big-ass wheel right there, right? And Wednesday night, we do the live stream, and I will do it all fucking fall. I don't care about football. The live stream, emergency live stream is going nowhere. I spin that wheel. If you win, you get to make a lineup with me, and we will split the profits 50-50, and there has been some people getting some PayPals from me because our lineups tend to hit because people that listen to this show are fucking smart, and I'm not too stupid myself. So anyways, thanks for being here, man. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. I'm going to get going. I do want you to do me one favor, everybody, and this will also get you another name on this big-ass wheel. Go tell me down in the comments, who is the one guy that's going to go apeshit tomorrow? There's always that guy on Saturday Showdown that fucking smashes the slate, and if you don't have him, you got no chance in the GPP. So tell me, who's that going to be tomorrow? Leave that down in the comments, and that will also get your name in the drawing. So you can get one over from Twitter, one right here on YouTube. You can do it again tomorrow, so that's 4. Go drop me a like on my pod. That's another 3. You can have like 1 million names on there. Pretty simple stuff. People win. Ask my dude Billy who won the other day. That's it. We're going to get going. Let's see. Contest selection tomorrow. It seems like DraftKings is pretty set in on these, this $20, $200,000. This is 2 or 3 weeks in a row they've done this. If you're doing $100 in lineups, new guy, don't fucking play in this. You hear me? You don't play in it. It is so bad to play in this tournament, man. Just go look at 10th place. It is $750, whereas first place is $50,000. That is 67-1 difference. You want that to be closer to 10-1. This is a horrible structure. You got $100, new guy, and you want to go play in something? Well, go make the one lineup you really like and go play in this $100 single entry. Where the hell's the $100? Of course I would say that. Oh, there we go. $100 single entry. Look at that. 10th place here, $500. First place, $5,000. Let me get see how that's 1/10? So now if you hit a good lineup, you're still going to make some nice money, right? But if you hit the nuts, you're still going to get a whole bunch of money. So, that's what you want to play in. You got to make your money more sustainable. Speaking of money being more sustainable, I'm on to something here, guys. Today, I'm 10 for 10 now in Showdown Cash Game. It is becoming a real trend. I didn't want to put it out there because, I don't like to put stuff out there that I don't know is a proven winner. And I'm now 10 for 10. It's got to be getting past the point of just fucking luck. So anyways, I shared that over on my Discord. You should definitely check that out because nothing will make your bankroll more sustainable than playing in cash game. And if you don't know what cash game is, new guy, that's just 50-50s and double ups and multipliers, stuff like that, right? Head to heads. That's all that is. So anyways, be smart with your contest selection tomorrow, man. If you got $20, go play in the $1.20 max, right? If you got $33, you'd be better just throwing one entry in the 33. I know it sucks that you have to just have that one lineup, but sometimes that's a blessing because it'll help you concentrate and get on the guys that you like the most. Because let's face it, we all go star the guys we like, and maybe we end up with 25 guys that we star. But you really don't need to like 25 guys. So when you really start asking yourself some tough questions about, do I really like this guy? It'll help you narrow your player pool down. And sometimes just playing one single entry can be a real blessing because it really makes you get down to your favorite plays and make that lineup work. And if you're like, well, I like 10 guys this week, well, then go find a nice 3 max to play in, right? That's how you do it. This contest selection right here, not putting, not every week, just tossing $500 in lineups in this thing. If you put 25 lineups in this $20 every tournament, you are going to lose in the long run 99.9% of the time. There is a small percentage of people out there that can hit doing that. But let's face it, new guy, you probably ain't one of them, okay? And if you have $500 to just toss around like that every week, well, fuck, just send me some money, big guy, and I'll kick you in the nuts, and we'll call it even, all right? That's it for that. Hey, new guy, What's the first thing we always check at Showdown? Yeah, I'm talking to you, new guy. No, it's weather. I even put it up there on the screen to help you donkey. What's the weather? The weather looks almost like it did today. It is going to be perfect scoring conditions, which, by the way, all you had to do today was just play the guys that went out early. And please hear me on this. When we talk about a weather edge at Showdown, it doesn't mean that, like, there can't be good scores. There will be great scores tomorrow afternoon. There was great scores this afternoon, but I just played all morning, guys, and I did great today. Why? Because when they have the perfect scoring conditions, that is where the best rounds are going to come from. And so you want to have access to those very best rounds. And if you were just in love with somebody from the afternoon, that's okay to play them. But here would be my advice to you. Make sure they are a stud, because slapdicks playing in less great scoring conditions is not what you want. So tomorrow, I would encourage you to probably play some guys going off later in the day, especially studs. Don't be afraid to play Scotty Scheffler or Cam Young or whoever the hell else is up on the top of the leaderboard. If you love them, you play them. But where you really want to find you don't want to be playing guys that are slapdicks that are up at the top of the leaderboard. Okay, because they're going to be in tougher scoring conditions. You'd be way better playing a slapdick who goes off early, who's going to have easier scoring conditions, and oh yeah, more importantly, will be like 1/10 the ownership of the donkey dicks at the top of the leaderboard. That's just straight game theory, and they're going to be in better lineups. That is how you do well in GPPs tomorrow. That is how you make good cash lineups, because hey, new guy, there's no position points tomorrow, so don't worry about when they start. We have to assume that they're going to be going off just like they have. They're probably just going to put them out in 2s or 3s, going off the first tee, and just send them out there for like 6 straight hours. So the earlier somebody goes off, the more I like them tomorrow, because look at this weather. It's not going to start getting bakey and hot until about 1 or 2 o'clock. So if your guy goes off at 9 or 10 o'clock, they're going to get their whole round in optimal scoring conditions. And now really the only thing you have to sweat is my guy motivated, right? That's the only problem with playing those guys that are fucking 25 shots back, is like, if they bogey their first hole, are they just going to mail it in and not even try? So you do have to walk that carefully, right? Because a lot of studs that are way back there right now, they're literally just going out there and having fun tomorrow. They don't give a shit. They're going to just par everything, hit a couple bogeys, and get off the course in 4 hours. That's a legitimate concern. You do have to weigh that in there, right? So, if you want to be one of those guys that looks at motivation, like how close are they to that 30 cut line, that would be probably one of the few times I would say to use it, because they will be motivated to try to grind out every par and, go for those birdies more often and really try to play and not just be out there lackadaisical. Something to consider. I will tell you, new guy, we are adults here, and we check more than one site. And you can see we're getting the exact same thing here. Pretty moderate conditions tomorrow, but the little bit of wind that is going to blow is going to pick up in the afternoon when it will be drier. I think it will probably play, a half a shot difference between the morning and the afternoon wave. Actually, it'll probably play about even, but that'll be misleading, because there'll be some guys in the morning that just fucking blow up and keep the scoring average for the morning wave down. Let's see. Tomorrow is Saturday. They're in, the Weather Channel. That's what we're on. I hear they do weather, saying the exact same thing. Doesn't look like we're going to get any rain. Looks like it's perfect scoring conditions up until about 2 o'clock. And then a little bit of gust comes in. 9 to 10 miles an hour. That's moderate at best, right? I'm not saying that that's going to blow guys off the course. I'm just saying that plus a baked out course plus rougher greens with people walking on them all day is probably going to lead to slightly better scoring conditions. I bet somebody goes, 3 or 4 people will go ape shit in the morning. And if you don't have some of those guys in your lineups because you want to just play the leaders, your GPP lineup's already dead before it even starts. Big guy. And you don't want that. You don't want it. You don't want it. So that is weather tomorrow. That is how I'll be playing it. I'm not afraid to play some guys going off late if they are checking all the boxes I want. However, They better be standing out way more, because I know I'm going to be paying higher ownership for them. All right, moving along. Oh shit, fantasy football is almost here. Don't forget, starting next week, I will actually have football content out this upcoming week. I'm going to do some top 5 lists of things. Those are coming out, and then next Saturday, the big guy is watching, Minnesota and Nebraska live right here, live stream on YouTube. Well, you'll be watching the game, I'll be watching the game, but I will be announcing, we'll be hanging out, covering DFS, covering prize pick, covering bets on games, and sweating it together. So if you like college football, get your ass in here and check it out, and you best believe NFL's coming. All right, let's get over to we're on Data Golf here. Data Golf, all this is free. My new guy. All you got to do is go to Data Golf and go click live tournament stats, and you can look at all this shit yourself, right? So let's check out what's going on. Tomorrow, oh, wow, look at Spieth all the way up to tied for the lead. You can see the round's not quite over. Spieth's on 17 or on 18 right now if you want some context as to where they're at. Wow, Xander just got a couple birds. All right, so man, maybe my week-long's coming to life. Let's go see what my boy Finau's up to. I played Finau 100% of my lineups. What a fuck. The longer I wait to see him, oh, nope, I didn't wait very long to see him. There he is. He's actually having a really nice day today. -3. You know, he was even lower, and then people started mushing him by talking about him. You don't talk about my players when they're on a heater, you motherfather. Okay. New guy, these stats, these numbers, these colors, they can be very intimidating, right? And so let me kind of walk you through some things that I will be looking at, and then you go look for yourself, because this shit's free. And I'm not gonna feed you fish. I'm going to teach you how to fish, you motherfather. Let's go. First thing I like to look at is the most important thing correlated to a good round that is sustainable is approach. Did anybody just kill it on approach today? No surprise, Brendan Steele with a 400 today had incredible approach. Siwoo Kim had incredible approach, but that putting is just something else. Keith Mitchell had incredible approach and putted well. So right off the bat, these three guys would all seem to stick out. But I'm going to go ahead and fuck with you, new guy. I wouldn't play any of these three guys tomorrow. I personally will not play any three of them. Brendan Steele's in my big VIP lineup, so that right there, I already don't like to mush my guys in week long. Second of all, do I really think that Brendan Steele, this was like a 95 percentile round from him today. Do I really think Brendan Steele's going to have 95 percentile outcomes 2 days in a row? Probably not, Bob. Probably not. So that right there is enough to get me off Brendan Steele. Siwoo Kim, yes, he had incredible approach today, but I remember chasing Siwoo Kim after an amazing approach week last week, and he did not deliver the next day. Furthermore, Siwoo is the ultimate head case. When he's out of contention, he don't try at all. So the fact that he's like could never, ever even backdoor top 10, I just know Siwoo. He's not going to try tomorrow. That's my narrative. If you have a different perception of Siwoo, you do whatever you want. I don't give a fuck who you play. But I would definitely not play him. And then Keith Mitchell, yes, that approach is sick today. He was the most obvious play in Showdown today, and I somehow missed him like a dumbass after I sat there and told people who to play, and then I didn't play him myself. I'm not going to play Keith Mitchell coming off of the best round on the course today. I'm pretty sure he was he the only one that shot a -5 today? 3 guys shot a -5. So no chance I'm playing Keith Mitchell after a flawless bogey-free round tomorrow. I just think that's terrible. He's going to be chalky. People are going to see that approach. They're going to see that ball striking. No fucking thank you. No thanks, Bob. Now you start to see somebody like Xander Schauffele ball striking like hell, and he can't putt or around the green, and he still managed a 200 today. Xander Schauffele will be mega chalk tomorrow because every other show tonight will be out there saying, well, he ball striked it well, but he did not putt well, so he will do well tomorrow. Okay, that could happen. That could. But I'm just telling you, that's the most played out, lazy fucking narrative in this industry. And if you want to go pay an ownership premium on Xander Schauffele because he was ball striking day, you go right on ahead. But to me, Saturday Showdown is no, I take that back. All PGA DFS is simply about leverage. And if I have a good feeling that Xander Schauffele is probably going to be the highest owned guy tomorrow, no thanks, Bob. I'll just be happy that he's going to do well in my week-long lineups. Same thing, Scotty Scheffler, ball striking, putting and around the greens is down. It looks like he's back to old Scotty. He's going to be mega chalk tomorrow. Now, if you're starting a cash lineup, it makes a lot of sense to play those two. But if you're playing GPP, they're going to probably be the 2 highest owned guys. So I would say this to him: get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. What I want to do is I want to go find a guy that had good. Oh my God, Morikawa is going to be mega chalk too. Look at that. 2 strokes on approach, lost 3.5 putting. I want to find a guy that spun his wheels, that had good approach today. Like Matt Kuchar is the perfect example. That guy can putt. He should not be losing that much putting, right? Yeah. Lucas Glover, great approach today, couldn't putt. Hey, let me tell you a secret, new guy. Lucas Glover can't fucking putt. Okay, his wife hit him in the head, messed up his vision. Now he can't putt. Very sad. Very sad. Corey Connors, great ball striking, but good putting. I don't know if I really want to pay that premium, right? The point being, here, let me find you one more good example. Russell Henley, great ball striking. He'll be popular tomorrow. Actually, maybe because he spun his wheels today. Maybe he won't be that popular. But I imagine when people see that ball striking versus that around the green and putting, that makes him pretty appetizing. Another thing I like to do, did anybody kill themselves off the tee today? Like maybe they lost one out of bounds or something. That's just really easy to fix. So if I see somebody that's really has great approach but terrible, like Kuchar, terrible off the tee. Brendan Steele, terrible off the tee. We already talked about these guys. Aaron Wise was terrible off the tee, great approach. That's kind of what I want to see. Brian Harmon, terrible off the tee, solid approach. Hideki, terrible off the tee, solid approach, but great putting. I don't know if I want to play a high upside Hideki putting. And another one, go look at if anybody was just horrific around the greens today, but still managed a decent round. Luke List, 2.5 strokes putting. That's funny. Coming off the worst putting round of all time. Let's see. Man, it's like we just keep coming to the same names over and over. I guess this is what happens when you only have a 68-person field. Somebody that was just horrific around the greens, but was showing some promise. Patrick Cantlay, not very good around the greens, got it done everywhere else. Okay, and I'm just looking at round 2. You can also go look at the entire event and see who's just really killing themselves. Now I'm going to come at you with actually before I do that, guys that played well today are almost auto off of my radar tomorrow. Give me the guys that, are still up here. Let's go sort by overall. And guys that just kind of shot even rounds today. Shane Lowry, perfect example of a guy that could bounce back tomorrow, right? Just spun his wheels, didn't do anything. HV3, great approach, didn't pick up anything today. Russell Henley, spun his wheels, didn't do anything today, great ball striking. Those are the kind of guys I want to see. I don't want to see a guy coming off a good round. Keegan Bradley is just perfect bounce back. So here's the next thing I like to do. After I've done that, I want to go see who are some guys that just really fucking suck today. Okay? And these are the guys that you are going to want to play tomorrow. Not necessarily these guys that just completely shit the bed, but if you see something in their stats that's redeemable, like Alex Smalley lost 5 shots today, but he did pick up a full stroke on approach. That's pretty impressive, right? To me, there's enough there. Billy Horschel, who really kind of saved his round. I thought he was 4 over at one point. He did pick up strokes on approach. No one's going to play Billy Horschel tomorrow. He's way far down there. He's 2 over. And I'm telling you, if you're playing a GPP, these aren't guys you should be playing in cash, but if you're playing a GPP lineup tomorrow and you're not considering guys like Alex Smalley, Billy Horschel, Shez Reavie, you're doing it wrong. Okay, go find these guys that spun their wheels today that people aren't going to want to play because they're thinking, oh, they had the big round. They could never do good tomorrow. Okay, dumbass. That's not true, and that's how we get an advantage on Saturday Showdown. The number one advantage on Saturday Showdown is people overreacting to the round that just happened. So I'm not going to pay an ownership premium for all those guys that just played well because I know they're going to be higher owned tomorrow. I'm not going to pay for guys that are ball striking because people are going to overreact to that ball striking. I'm going to go find the guys that are diamonds in the rough, that are bounce back candidates, or we're doing one thing that I see, oh, if they just keep that up and flip those other parts of their game, they're due for a smash play tomorrow. Now, don't get it twisted. Am I probably going to play Scheffler tomorrow? Probably. He just seems too good to not play him. But that might be the only chalk I eat. And when I do play him, if I have him coming in at 25-30%, I'm probably gonna have to play him in 50-60% of my lineups, right? Because we do the 2x rule around here, new guy. All right, this is what I'm looking for. Let's see if there's anybody else that just has a couple redeeming factors, right? Like Tyrrell Hatton. Oh, he only got it done putting and around the greens and couldn't ball strike. Could never play that loser. Or you could say Tyrrell Hatton's a top 20 player in the world. He spun his wheels today, and he can go nuclear hot anytime he wants to. That's how you got to think of it, right? Sometimes you can't just go be a stat fucker and just say, I want guys that are ball striking and not putting, okay? Because when you do that, that doesn't get you to the guys that are luck sacking. Because in a single round of Showdown, the most important stat that no one ever talks about is strokes gained luck sacking. Okay, all you need them to do is just fucking find a shamrock up their ass for one round, and that's how you get the nuts play at 4%. Okay, I've been doing this a lot. I've been doing the Showdown Hoedown for what, almost 4 months now, and I mean I have a pretty good track record of just showing you that you can just kind of go find a guy that's a diamond in the rough. Nothing about him checks out. It's fucking golf. It never checks out. Just zig when everybody zags. Go get on a guy that makes you uncomfortable. Go find that guy that just has that one redeeming characteristic, right? So that's what I will be doing. Let's see. Last thing I want to show you. Let's see. Guys who are, this is round 3 scores, right? Over the last 12 rounds, which is, from a good chunk of this season. Of course, Scotty Scheffler is number 1 because he's fucking incredible. But guys you wouldn't think of: Tom Hoagie, Sebastian Munoz, Keegan Bradley, Taylor Pendrith, JJ Spawn, Andrew Putnam, Chris Kirk, Seamus Power. Those are all guys that have been great round 3 scores, and 12 rounds is like most of this season for them, right? So these guys have shown a propensity to go out in round 3 and move on moving day. So that is something to consider, right? Hey, do me 2 favors. Go check out my podcast. I had Jason Roslin on. It's the Degenerate 75 Talks Golf with Smart People. It was a great conversation. I got a guest coming on Sunday who is probably the one I'm most excited about. I feel like he's like my homie, and I don't know if we've ever actually talked other than Twitter. So very excited about that one. Go give me a like and a subscribe on my channel. That's what we do over here. And then don't forget to be back here tomorrow night. Lastly, go comment who is the one guy that's going to go apeshit tomorrow and win a GPP tomorrow. Put that down in the comments. That'll get you in my big-ass drawing Wednesday night. You better be there for the live stream. I've noticed the overall numbers are going down, but you hardcore MFers, you're staying with me. I love you. I hope you come support the football scene too. I appreciate you guys being here. Good effing luck tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow night for round 4 of the Showdown Hoedown. I hope you enjoy my outro, you mother father.